Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. I'm your host, and today we're venturing into the absolute bleeding edge of game modification. We're not just tweaking a few textures here, we're going to transform vanilla Minecraft into a high-octane anime-style progression system using pure code. So if you're a focused learner ready to turn a simple survival game into a limitless canvas for your imagination, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going from chopping wood to wielding literal god-tier magic, and we're doing it all through the power of structured programming. Let's dive in. So, let me ask you this. Are you kind of tired of the strict limits of vanilla Minecraft? Especially if you're playing on consoles like the PlayStation or Switch. I mean, it is incredibly frustrating when you see PC players running these massive world-altering mods while you're basically stuck with basic crafting. But what if I told you that you're actually just a few lines of code away from awakening your own creator powers on those exact same consoles? And look, I'm not talking about minor tweaks here. I'm talking about forging insane, straight out of an anime abilities. Just imagine stopping time right in the middle of a massive ambush. Or imagine permanently mutating your character's DNA to get Spider-Man's wall-crawling abilities. Or hurling a custom-coded Thor's hammer that literally shatters walls and calls down lightning. No way, right? Well, today we're going to learn exactly how to forge these god-tier powers using Bedrock add-ons.
Okay, Section 1, Start Bedrock Mod Adventure.
Think of the three great paths of modding, almost like picking your starting class in a massive RPG. Over on the left, we've got Java Edition. It offers high freedom, sure, but it's totally limited to PC. On the right, there's the China Edition, running on Python. But right there in the middle, that's our chosen magic system, Bedrock add-ons. Running on JSON and JavaScript, it's got a really manageable learning curve, full official support, and most importantly, it is entirely multi-platform.
So the absolutely crucial point here is how we actually get this code onto a locked-down console. Because obviously you can't code directly on a PlayStation. Instead, we perform a sort of synchronization ritual. Step 1, you build your resource packs, so your textures and models, and your behavior packs, which is your logic, all on a PC. Step 2, you apply this add-on to a Microsoft Realm server. And step 3, you simply log into that same realm on your console and boom, the host automatically downloads your custom mods right to your system.
Moving right along to Section 2, Forge Ultimate Exclusive Weapons. You know, vanilla Minecraft relies on some pretty boring, rigid logic. A crafting table only makes exactly what the game dictates. But with add-on capabilities, we can script entirely new workstations from scratch. Imagine taking a regular workbench, fusing it with a smithing table, and creating your own custom weapon forge. Inside this forge, you aren't just making standard swords anymore. You're fusing, say, a shield and a dispenser together to create a completely new weapon class. Basically, a shield that literally shoots projectiles. Let's forge our first ultimate weapon, Thor's hammer. By modifying JSON custom properties, we make it throwable, kind of like a trident. Then, by adding a custom high-density enchantment through the scripting API, we give it a massive +5 damage boost. We tweak the destroy speeds component so it instantly shatters stone walls faster than a diamond pickaxe. And for the grand finale, when the weapon hits a target, a custom script summons a massive lightning bolt. But if we want to truly reach that overpowered anime protagonist level, we have to shatter the physical mesh limits of the game entirely. Enter our Cosmic Forge, Blockbench. In standard Minecraft, armor is just a flat 2D texture wrapped around your chunky arms and legs. Blockbench, though, allows us to create completely new geometries and anchor them directly to the player's skeleton. This opens the door for actual 3D handguards and awesome full-body silhouettes. By combining those 3D Blockbench models with our JavaScript logic, we can construct full-body mecha armor. And guys, this is where the power escalation gets completely insane. Through scripting, we can grant this armor total damage immunity, literally forcing incoming damage to 0 until the suit's durability breaks. We can script it to fire horizontal redstone blasts right from the handguards. We can make it trigger a level 10 damage windburst shockwave the exact moment your vertical velocity hits the ground. We can even attach metal-plated elytra that automatically fire fireworks when you glide. It is incredible. Of course, unleashing horizontal redstone energy blasts is, well, it's pretty dangerous. You definitely don't want to blow yourself up. So we code a custom enchantment called Redstone Insulation. Here's how it works. The script constantly listens for the on-hurt event. If the incoming damage is tagged as redstone energy, and you happen to be wearing this enchanted armor, the script just cancels the damage completely. We can even add some visual flair, like an anime-style energy absorption particle ring pulsing right around your character. Now what about ammo? let's talk about what I like to call the infinite everything exploit. In vanilla, the infinity enchantment pretty much only works on bows. But using the scripting API, we bypass that system completely. Our script acts as an invisible auto restocker. If you use any item tagged with infinity, whether it's a block, a firework, or even a totem of undying, the exact moment the item is consumed, the script instantly compensates and places a brand new one right back in your hand in a fraction of a second. Infinite power.
All right, on to section 3, scripts that master spacetime.
So picture this totally dire scenario. You're miles and miles away from your base, deep down in a cave system. Suddenly, a horde of creepers drops from the ceiling. You're completely ambushed. And even worse, you left your god-tier mecha armor in a chest back at home. Now, in vanilla Minecraft, this is pretty much a guaranteed game over. But in our modded reality, it's just a perfect opportunity to show off.
We're going to code a time stop summoning menu. Here is the exact step-by-step timeline of this ultimate finishing move. Step 1, you hit a custom hotkey, which triggers a server form UI. Step 2, the script instantly locks the velocity of every single entity in the world to 0. Step 3, a custom menu pops up, listing all your enchanted gear sitting in chests miles away. Step 4, you select your gear and the script instantly teleports the items and auto-equips them directly onto your character's slots.
Time is frozen while you gear up. Just let that sink in for a second. You are literally pausing single-player logic. Those creepers are frozen in mid-air, right in the middle of their explosion animation, while you leisurely scroll through a custom UI, selecting your impenetrable armor. Once you hit confirm, the menu closes, time resumes, the explosion hits you, and you take absolutely 0 damage. That is absolute, undisputed creator power.
Which brings us to our final act. Section 4, Mutation and Physical Evolution. Welcome to the slightly darker, mad science side of game code. First, using custom items, we craft a glass syringe. Through the player interact with entity script, we can click on any mob, let's say a spider, to extract its DNA, giving you a filled syringe magically tagged with that mob-specific ID. Then, you inject it directly into your own character. We aren't just equipping items anymore, folks. We are fundamentally modifying the player's core state and components. And the result of that spider DNA? A pure Peter Parker mode. No external armor required at all. By binding abilities directly to your character's dynamic properties, your actual flesh and blood gains superpowers. The script detects if you're touching a wall and applies a vertical impulse, literally letting you wall crawl. It constantly scans your radius for hostile mobs, rendering red anime-style spider sense danger particles on your screen if an enemy tries to sneak up on you. Plus, you get permanent jump and strength buffs natively tied to your character. But wait, it gets crazier. If you can inject yourself, you can absolutely inject others. By taking multiple extracted genes and mixing them in our custom forge, we can create transformation syringes. Throw these concoctions at ordinary mobs, and the transformation component triggers, mutating them into terrifying biological chimeras. Seriously, just imagine a zombie that can fly and shoot guardian lasers from its eyes. The visual and mechanical limits of the game are completely erased at this point. This entire journey brilliantly illustrates the true definition of the scripting API. You see, it isn't just some boring coding tool. It is the ultimate bridge between static JSON code and your limitless, anime-fueled creator imagination. It takes those awesome visual models from Blockbench, the fundamental rules from JSON, and strings them together to create dynamic, highly responsive magic systems, all running smoothly right on your PlayStation or Switch. So we've totally broken the console limits. We've built full-body mecha armor, coded weapons that command the weather, mastered space and time itself with custom menus, and quite literally rewritten the genetic code of the world. The tools to do all of this are right there in front of you. So the only question left to ask is, what kind of world are you gonna create with this new power? Open up those editors, start writing your own rules, and I'll see you in the next explainer.